Over for the team 2, we got ourselves quite a lot of warlocks and paladins. Awesome is the only one lone wolf in that whole team. We got Devil over here and Facile performing their warlock rituals. Saya as well as AK waiting out. Wait for the return. I think actually maybe AK first or Devil first. I can't even tell. Both of them are standing in front of the gates. But 2 Zed is just out here watching these warlocks. You got Demon over on the team 1 ready to go with Euphoria. I like the name actually. Griff first up. Oh no, Shantardo, that team as well as Sal waiting their turn. And then sending Griff first versus AK or Ako. I don't even know what I'm gonna call you. I guess I'm gonna call you Ako. But this guy, I mean, a bit of a rematch between the rogue, kind of parking himself next to a wall. Does not want to give Griff too much of a line of sight, but is trying to see if he can maybe reposition. Is going to be opened up by the rogue. Does bubble off really early on, stun under Griff. Is this where he's just going for the most amount of damage? Not going in with wings, but goes in with the rest of the damage. Does get himself a juke as Griff trying to see if he can avoid Ako. Got himself mounted up. If he can get himself an angle, he might be okay. Second juke out of the rogue with a smoke bomb. What is this? This guy's playing so safe right now. He wants to get away from the Paladin as soon as possible. Ako did not end up burning a trinket or wings, so he does give himself at least a chance here to set something up versus a Griff. Next go, might need wings and everything though, but if he can park himself away from any kind of pillars, like in a corner right here, that will give Griff a little bit of a harder time to get himself behind the pillar. Cheap shot opener is going to be a wall out of Ako. I think that's where Griff does not really want to go for the big go. I think it's going to be Gouge. No, Desrum instead is Shield of Vengeance is out for Ako. Trying to see if he can back behind the pillar. Ako can maybe still get some damage on him if he can get himself an angle. Does get a stun around the corner. Not gonna. No, he's gonna go for a wings. Griff taking quite a bit of damage though in this opener. Blind right after could potentially be an immunity out of Ako, but I don't think he's gonna let it happen though. Maybe if it drops down, if you can find an angle, maybe. I don't know if he's running final wreck. He is final wreck. Sab back at Ako. Does end up going for the trinket, blind under Griff in order to deal with his secret technique, and is going to just try to see if he can keep him in combat. Cheap shot by the rogue, trying to see if he can keep the momentum going. Is that a second secret technique? Or is it just a random extra ghost? I think it's just a random ghost from tier. Mad damage on Ako. Griff just commits the damage and just commits a crime right in front of our eyes. I don't even know what happened to the Paladin. He had a decent bit of health, and then all of a sudden just gone. Made it disappear. Awesome. Up next versus that team 1, trying to see if he can get himself hopefully a better angle versus Griff, as he got himself the board. As a monk, you technically have a ton of bursts versus rogue. Cheap shot, awesome. Maybe a potential opportunity here. Taking huge hits into a karma for Griff. Could go for a Cloak of Shadows right now if he wanted to. Instead, he's gonna go for a Gouge, trying to catch himself a reset smoke bomb in order to maybe juke out Awesome. Does walk in there into a zap, tasing Grifka with a Fury, shoots Serenity, Fist of Fury. Big damn Grifka does go in for an evasion, trying to see if he can avoid a lot of the damage. I don't think Awesome can actually connect with it at all, right? As long as evasion is up. Yeah, actually 100% dodge. You can't AoE him out or nothing. Kidney shot, does get a trinket, Fist of Fury, lock it out. Griff with a blind to follow. Griff is getting kind of lowish on health, but now that the trick is out for Awesome, it's really a question of can he get himself an angle versus Griff. Trying to go for a juke, does not get to. Zuen joins in, does get a dot onto Griff, able to catch back to him. Is going to try to see if he can ignore him, but the Zuen leaping back in. If Zuen can get another dot onto Griff, he might be in a good spot. I don't think Zuen can do it. The man literally sprinting out of there. If you can get himself in a random angle, no, it does not get to. I thought Zuen puts like a longer dot onto Celtics than that. But I guess I'm wrong. He's going to get himself a Shadow Strike into a Kidney Shot, Sepsis, everything is available. Also, maybe can reverse some of the damage back, got him some big defensive, but it doesn't matter. He immune, or at least reduce the poison damage, but not the eviscerate damage. That just goes cut clean right through the monk. Nothing he can really do about it. Does go in for the Dark Pact. Pet is stunned up. Does go for the Axos. If you can just keep the damage onto Griff, get your pets in here. With the bridge, it is going to be a little bit harder for you to deal with the pets. Try to go for a Corruption, just skip a dot on a rogue. Maybe that'll be kind of helpful. Does go in for the Vanish as the Warlock is going to commit the jump off the side. But I think he was able to get himself a Doombrand on Griff. I think eventually it does get him knocked out of stealth. But I could be wrong on that one. Does it? Or is it a Doombrand? Or does it disappear? Because I feel like it might be one of those odds that maybe disappears when the rogue is in stealth, which is unfortunate if that's the case. Stun onto Devil, does go for the wall, full burst out of Griff, have himself an evasion to dodge the pet's physical damage, is able to massacre Devil right then in front of us with a wall fear out, at least able to set up a little bit of an army. Axe toss right after with a new set of pets. Maybe it's something you can make happen here. Cloak of Shadows for Griff, is going to be a board for Devil, but not a lot of health, does get himself a big gate. Shadow Step kind of scuffs it up, Axe toss right after. Griff is kind of down on the platform, cannot catch up back to the Warlock luck whatsoever. Does go for the Shadow Strike off with the Shadow Meld. That is actually so much damage and huge mobility for him to close that gap very, very easily. With Facile, second to last from one Warlock to the next, needs to find himself a much better position in versus Griff. Sap onto the pet. Sap and Facile, stun on the pet, get a shot reversal back onto the Warlock. Is Facile gonna respond? I feel like he sat down, but I don't think he's like, oh no. Oh no, Facile gave up. He doesn't want to fight Grifka. Oh no. Oh no. Facile. No, this man, before he even got a chance to play, he's literally demoralized. Rogue won this match immediately just for existing. Or at least, if anything, maybe you could let Holy Saya go next. If you don't want to fight the Rogue, maybe at least let the Paladin go. Or no, he's just gonna give up. He could have just let Holy Saya go first. I don't really know. Yeah, you don't need to do it like that. You could have just let Holy Saya go next. And then you could have maybe dueled against whoever. Maybe Saya would have had a chance versus Rogue. You never know. Saya's been dueling Rogues for like as long as he's been around in these duels. He's been doing Grifka in particular, because Grifka is one of those, the only Rogue that I know that's that safe. Honestly. Like, he takes more races than he really has to. Rogue power? I guess so. I think he's got some issue. Okay. Not much you can do about it then. I guess he could have still let Holy Saya go, right? But Saya is the last one left, man. Can this guy potentially defeat a Rogue? Because he's standing right in front of it. Maybe he's positioning just so he can use an immunity. Because unless Grifka goes in for advantage, there isn't much he can do. That, or maybe he wants to be able to go up on a platform to find the Rogue. Because he can't really stealth easily. Final wreck, I think that connects. He knows it's going to be a juke. Does end up re-juking the juker. Well done. That's going to be Cloak of Shadows for Grifka really, really early on. Trying to see if he can avoid a Hodge. I think Holy Saya might still have a Hodge available. Into Shield of Venus, does go for a Trinket. Wake of Ashes, big damage. Knows the Rogue is going to want to try to juke him blind right after. Grifka not given an opportunity to juke at all. He's being read like a book, like a 5-page book, like a pamphlet. My goodness. It's not really a deep book either. It's the same tricks we've seen multiple times over. And Saya can't really do much about this. Griff is in stealth. It's really up to him whether he wants to get the opener. But he does himself vanishes. Whereas Saya, he technically could Hodge Griff. He does have a Trinket to break out of it. Bubble, unless you get a dot on him, that's the only way you can deal. When the Wake of Ashes does get a dot on the guy, you're not going to be able to sit along. Stun right after, does have a Trinket. Have himself another vanish. As long as you get dots, he can't really escape you. I think Saya might just have him unless Griff has a way out of this situation. Does have himself full set of dances. Griff with an evasion. Stun lock into Saya. Cannot break out of it. Hold on, he could just take down Saya right here. Does he not want to do it? Does he want to avoid it? Smoke Bomb does not really get to sit it. Final wreck, I don't even know how you re-stealth that. I think a final wreck hits you, but I think he somehow re-stealthed it. I have no idea. Saya could go for regenerate. Grifka might just need to get in there. He might need to stop him immediately. There is eyes available. Saya could pick those up if he wants to. Does get the judgment around the corner onto Griff. Unable to avoid it at all. It is going to be on the same platform as him. Wake of Ashes, I believe, no longer. I don't think that connects to the wall anymore, does it? Cheat death. Do you have a dot on him? No, he got himself vanished with a reset, re-heal. It is A-okay. No dots on the guy whatsoever. Wings are not available, I don't think, but a Blessing Protection is back up in there, though. This is going to be Saya picking up the eyes if he can find Griff. I think he just has him. There's no vanish for Griff. Looks to your left. Oh, no. He's like a wrong direction. Oh, no. He's trying to find him. I feel like if they made it a little bit easier, because Second's eyes are available, he could pick him up if he wanted to. I feel like if they added a health bar over the person that you're looking for with the eyes, it would make it much, much easier to find where they are. Because otherwise, it could just be like, as long as they have a transmark that blends in with the background, you're not going to be able to find them easily. You're not going to be able to find them whatsoever. Eyes are up, but Saya does not want to grab him. Griff does have a vanish going back up, but no more trinkets. So Saya, I think the ball in his court right now, unless Griff? No, I think the ball is always in Rogue's court. No matter what you do, I think the ball is always in Rogue's court. If only Saya was aware that Rogue is literally standing behind you, letting regen. He's just going to sit there and let regen come back and get his health back up to full. He does have a trinket back up. Cloak, vanish, everything available. He's going to be out in the open. Bop and stun would probably get him, but I don't know if he'll be able to. Dance just to get another sap going. Another dance, probably cheap shot sprint, yeah. Cheap shot sprint. Does have a trinket. Both of them have a trinket now. So Holy Saya hasn't played super defensive. Has to get himself a wall. Trying to get himself a bit of a build-up. Griffin immediately with the Cloak of Shadows does not want to get hit by the Hodge whatsoever. Shield advantage for Saya. Burns through it while the Cloak of Shadows is up. Blind to follow. Does get a trinket. Wake of Ashes. I don't know if that connected. Or did it? I don't think it did. I don't think it did. I feel like I should have connected, but the guy just walked away from Wake of Ashes like it didn't exist. And Griff now is back up to a decent situation. No more vanishes, but have himself a full go. Saya needs to find a way to counter this rogue. Blessing Protection might need to come out right here. Does not have a way to escape. Actually, no, he does have Trinket, does have a Shadow Meld, technically. But that's a full go for Saya. If he can get some dots of the grip to make sure that Shadow Meld does not let him out of his sight, he might be okay. Lay on Hands available for Saya, but will not be able to use it for a while. Griff is super low on health. Dance of evasion. Gouge last second. Does break somehow. I don't even know how it breaks. I guess maybe there's a dot on the guy. You just get a little bit more damage. Kid in the shot. It's super short yard. Smoke bomb. Trying to see if he can step in. Does catch a re-stealth. What is this re-stealth? What is this re-stealth just now? What is this? That's actually incredible. That is ridiculously good re-stealth. Bubble available for Saya, really. Oh, gee, DR stun though. DR stun? Is it punished? It's punished! Oh, the DR stun! The rogue spent this entire duel playing safe, only to DR stun and gets punished for it. I'm sorry, man. I'm a rogue main. I love rogues, how strong we are, but like, that was just deserved. That was a deserved. I'm not a big fan of rogues playing this long though, either. Like, the fact that Subtlety rogues doesn't even need to play this like super safe. You could just go in and kill him. You had like 12 opportunities at least, and you just shook all this opportunities to catch a reset instead. It's like I don't even need to. You just do it, I think, for the BM of it at this point. It's gotta be. It's gotta be like that, man. Like any rogue main knows that, yeah, you could probably kill him. You literally could point out moments where it's like, yeah, here's where you could go kill him. Sham is giving Saya as much of an opportunity to catch a reset though. He is going to use whatever mana he's got to catch up on health. 78% dampening. Sham wants to give Saya a chance to play a game against the normal class that is the resetting rogue. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. This is going to be Saya trying to get himself, I guess, as much of a reset. Got to bubble back up, so maybe that's something you can work with. As Sham dropping down Skyfear Totem, maybe could be huge. Does go for the big knock. Saya trying to see if he can charge back out around the pillar, around the ramp, into a lightning lasso. Blasting out Sham. He got himself a wall, trying to see if he can drop everything down. But at this point, Bubble, not much he can do to respond here. Needs to get Maelstrom, cannot really heal. Trying to heal as best as possible. Needs to wait until the Bubble's over and go all in for the offensive. Trying to see if he can make a big haymaker play. But Saya does end up getting himself one more swipe at the very end. Not much you could do. You had to use an immunity, set everything at the Shaman. Because of the dampening, I feel like if the dampening wasn't there, if we didn't have a rogue running amok this entire time, I feel like you actually would have had a much closer duel between the two, because Shamans can live for a while, but dampening does weigh down on him. It's like a big, overpowered mortal strike, or like a stronger version of Sharpened Blades that's just constantly on you this entire time. And it looks like Demonas is trying to give Saya an opportunity to catch up. He can't really heal much. 85% dampening makes his heals super weak. Like he can if only he had like mage food or something, right? There used to be an arena food you could actually use. Back in WoW, there was a toy. It was like a food. I think it has a 1 minute cooldown, or if not a 5 minute cooldown. But you let you sit down and eat it inside of arena to recover health. I feel like they need to. Oh, Euphoria! Oh, what a champ! Polymorph him just so you can catch up health that much faster. Nice. Big fan of that. All right, Saya, that's about as much health as you're gonna get. Do you want us? You might as well get in there. He basically is full. He's basically full. He's giving a nice little bow. You get him an opportunity to at least get up a little bit of your resources. I like the glaives you got going on, like the Night of glaives. With a haunt right after, Saya immediately got himself blessing a saying to reduce any kind of stun, searing glare to follow, trying to make sure the Demonas, even if they go on the offensives, they don't really get the most amount of value. Saya though is getting chopped up with a fell barrage blasting him. Blur up for Demonas, got herself a big old cleave. I think it's gonna be done and done for Saya. Just needs one more big setup into an I-beam, needs one more blade dance, and oh, Sigil's gonna do it. Oh, it just blasted him out. Saya was given an opportunity to play as much as possible. He was able to fight through Griff. Griff? I just can't believe this man went for as many resets as possible. He even got some of those restelts, like normal restelts, that I'm just like, I'm amazed you even got a restelt there. I thought like, oh, you're definitely in combat. You're definitely dotted. Nope. He's chilling. He's live and kicking. I have no idea how.